So what's the next step?
We're going to notch and then slice.
Notch and
Yep,
slice.
so I'll take the,
Is it time for this yet?
I'm gonna notch with the knife.
Okay.
And then once I notch, then we're gonna get the pieces laid out. And then I'll cut through the crust. And then once the crust is cut through, we'll use that to cut through the cheesecake. What you're gonna do is you're gonna pretend like you're cutting the cake all the way through, but you're just gonna basically come and you're gonna score over here. And depending upon the cheesecake, if it was straight out of the fridge, it would be easier to just lightly cut across the top. Now I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna cut across this way.
Just cut it into 4 pieces to start with?
Yeah. Across like that. Then I'm going to cut across here. I'm just trying to get the pieces portioned out. And this has to be exact, otherwise when you go to do the step with the dental floss, it doesn't work. So there we go. We've got it basically proportioned out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut through the crust with the knife. But now I know exactly where I need to cut it. We only need to cut through the actual crust part, which is only going to be about that thick. So I'm going to cut, I'll cut like that, okay? The goal is just basically to cut it in enough that I'm not going to get this all clumped up on the end with cheesecake. That's the whole, what I'm trying to avoid here. And it's glass, so I have no problem with cutting all the way through. I'm just going to go around the whole cheesecake. You'll see, as you're cutting it, you actually see it releasing. Okay, we've scored it, we've cut through the crust. Now we're going to cut through the cheesecake with dental floss. Use a nice generous piece. Wrap it up. It needs to be longer than the width of the cheesecake, enough to move back and forth through the cheesecake. So now I'm going to go across the lines. They should be nice and straight now. I go down through. Now you may not get all the way down. That's okay. In the middle, because it's curved up inside the middle, so the middle crust isn't being cut through because this is not strong enough. But the ends, down here on the side, it should go all the way to the bottom. Then I release, pull through. Do the next one. We've gone around and cut out through all the pieces. Now what we're going to do is we're going to because I would be putting it back in the refrigerator and then serving it, taking it out like 20-30 minutes before I serve it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one piece and put it on a plate. Then I'm just going to spread the other pieces out and I'll put the size of the pan back on and then cover it and put it back in the fridge. We're going to take out the first piece and we'll see how it goes. Look at that, I think it's going to come out pretty well. All right, not bad. A little bit out there. Again, that's not going to be a problem. That's pretty decent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now just cut the pieces. I'm going to slide it a little bit, get away. Slide, slide. And I'll continue going around the whole cheesecake. When that's done, and they're all separated just by a little bit so they don't stick when you go to serve them, then you could put the spring form back on, close it, and put it back in. Put the plate on top, wrap it with plastic, and put it back in the fridge.
So we're finally here. It's been a day. We started this yesterday. Baked it, made it, mixed it, baked it, had it in the fridge overnight, cut it. I think it's time to finally eat, isn't it?
Well, almost. You know, a good cheesecake needs to be able to stand up and fight back.
Okay, let's see it.
So we'll see. You know, the fork should be able to stand up on its own when the...
There it is. So let's try this stuff. Looks fabulous.
Yeah.
Very good.
Not bad.
So there you have it, Kevin Willis's best New York style cheesecake recipe. It might seem a little long and complicated, but as we've seen, it really isn't, and the end result is well worth the effort. A deliciously flavored and delightfully textured cheesecake that will quickly become a household favorite.